What's up, everybody? This is Sticky Tech. Thank you for checking out episode 6. Okay, so this is where I want to build my first little steel plant, and not only because there's a bunch of coal, but also there's a pure iron node and there's a copper node. So we can get any kind of little weird tier 2 things going if we need to for a minute. Okay, so this is where we're going to build. We got a couple coal nodes right underneath us, this iron node right here, and there's a copper node right there if we need it for anything. Haven't really looked too far ahead, but I know like for stators you'll probably need copper, so that could always be an option that we do here. Let's get started. Okay, well, I just realized that you need air for steel, and you need brass pipes for the air collector. So I guess we're gonna go try and make some brass pipes. Okay, I'm also sick of looking at this temporary slug setup I had. So as cool as these signs are, we're gonna make them go away and all this crap. Okay, this area is clear again. I took all the stuff that I wanted to keep, like my seeds and fix-it farming stuff, put them all in here. I also have a container and a half full of just solid biofuel. I don't know why, I'm a hoarder. But also for the chainsaw. So, let's see, we need brass. Okay, which I can unlock, that's nice. And I need brass pipes. How do you... oh no. So you gotta have molten to do this, which is fine, it's just more work. Zinc, copper, iron. So you need a copper and an iron node basically to make brass. Actually, hey, I happen to have one right here. I also happen to have this freshly cleaned area to throw some brass together. So let's do that. Yeah, so you can see I went a little overboard here. But I figured if I'm going to make my first smelting and, you know, hardening facility, might as well do it right. So 100% efficient. The only thing that I'm really not mentally super happy with is that I'm not using the full iron node and the full copper node. So I'm just kind of sinking whatever stereotype and sapphirite I'm not using. But other than that, this factory is 100% efficient. Actually, I lied, there's one exception, the fluid conditioner. You cannot underclock the fluid conditioner. So it just kind of runs as it can to make cold slag out of the molten slag. But yeah, 40 bronze pipes, or brass pipes, and 40 brass plates. Okay, so now that we got this going, the plates will be good because there's a few milestones that need these brass plates. And then the pipes, like the reason we started doing this is for the air collector. I saw yellow here. Might just not be, yeah. Probably not totally overflowed yet. Still warming up. Check it again in a little bit. Alright, let's go get that steel factory done.
I can't wait. Our first time, our first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
I've hit a little bit of a roadblock. I did not consider that I need water to make the steel ingots and the steel rods, which for some reason you can only make from molten steel. So instead of using a bunch of pumps and stuff and dealing with that and bringing water up here, I'm just going to take this molten steel way down to the bottom, and it's temporary anyway, right? Take care of it down there. Listen, I'm not happy about it either, but it's functional. Making all the steel parts we have unlocked right now. So let's see how far this gets us. Okay, so here's what we need for the space elevator. We need a bunch more spark plating, we need these rotor blades, which we just started automating, and then everything else we haven't even unlocked yet. But like I said in the last episode, what I really want to do is start using these inputs here. And there's 6 materials that we need, and there's actually 6 inputs. There's 3 on that side and 3 on this side. So I want to make a cool building for the space elevator. I never dismantled it in the middle of the animation like that. Huh. For the space elevator, and use trucks to drop off the space elevator parts, and that way we can watch the little thing in the top right kind of tick up and see, you know, how many of each material we have left as time goes on. Alright, so I have 300, a little over 300 fabric. And I believe that's enough to make my... Okay, that's way more than enough. I think I need 20 parachutes? Yeah, okay, I screwed that up. Well. Good enough. Get that hand slot finally. And we have gas and obelisk. Okay. Obelisks are probably a little further down the sulfur tree, so we'll have some time there. Can we do this? Get 5 inventory slots, maybe? We can. Let's get these 5 inventory slots. So with this new bronze plant, we have the ability to unlock bronze milestones. So, first one I'm going to jump on is Conveyor Mark III. Okay, let's get this hydroelectric power. The only issue I really have with this is that, yeah, it's free power, but it's really not that much. Like, you look here, it generates 8, 20, 50 megawatts, depending on the node. Most of them around here are 8, and even if it's 50, like, it's only one machine. I don't know how I feel about them, but we'll unlock them and we'll make these rotor blades. I think they're required for your next space elevator anyway. So let's do that. Oh, rotor blades aren't bad. Could actually make these right now. I could automate them. I might do that. So rotor blades, fairly simple, iron sheets and brass plates. And I accidentally set up for success here with the way I built my brass factory. So here's a quick before and after of pre-rotor blades and rotor blades. Not too bad. Let's put these rotor blades to use. There we go. Look at that, our first little water turbine. It's definitely backwards. Small end goes upstream. Noted. Look at that. Minimum efficiency. Ooh, there's like modules maybe? So how much power did I really just gain? I put down 8 of them. I got 200 megawatts. I mean, it could be worse. I don't know. It's ugly. Like, look at that. It's ugly. I don't know. I mean, it could be worse. The handful I put down, I got an extra 5% power, basically. I'll probably continue putting them down. Alright, so I ran around and stuck some more water turbines down. Specifically looking for pure nodes, which are 50 megawatt. And I've gotten about 700 megawatts out of it so far. And it really wasn't that much work once I automated those rotors, or whatever they're called. Spinny rotors, I forget. But, so it is worth it if you can find the pure nodes. The impure nodes, I don't think it is. 8 megawatts, I mean, a pure one's 50, you need over 5, almost 6 impure to make one pure, so, eh. Okay, so there's 2 steel things that I can currently unlock. There's trucks too, which I want to unlock, but the 2 is the solar power and power storage, which is huge. I want to build a power storage. And then also the steel mining head. So this is number 1. Let's go ahead, unlock this, see what it's going to take to actually use the steel mining head and get double output. The reason that I want double output is I still haven't redone the initial Caterium factory, and I've actually got plans right now. It's not just going to be Caterium or Caterium and bronze like we talked about, it's going to be most materials. So we have our tier 1 factory going. This factory will be including Caterium, all the tier 2 materials that we can make right now, besides the ones that we're already making. So it's actually going to be pretty big, pretty sizable, and I'm excited to do it because I'm really going to put all the molten metals in that factory, and it's going to be pretty logistically challenging. So what do we need for the steel mining head? Nothing crazy. Some screws, some steel beams. That's good. Okay. So I'm gonna unlock the Xenobasher now, mostly for the hand slot and the inventory slots. I've happened to know that I cannot build the Xenobasher yet. I was watching Bed Plays Games, who is another Satisfactory Plus YouTuber. Actually inspired me to start playing again. And he got this milestone several episodes ago and could not build it because you needed some parts from the slugs. So we'll unlock it for the inventory space. Also gonna unlock Fix-It Blueprints, the tier 3 blueprinter. I am gonna probably want to make up some blueprints for a road / train / hypertube, like pillar, basically. And I've been waiting for tier 3 blueprints to start doing any of that, so let's do it. Alright, and then we'll finish up and get trucks here. And I'm really torn in what I want to do first. I need to make this tier 2 factory. But I also really want to make the space elevator building so that once the tier 2 factory is up and running, the tractors can start moving space elevator materials over to that building. Okay, I think I'm going to make my space elevator building first, just because I really like the idea of once I start making the parts for the space elevator, I immediately start trucking them to the building. And I'm already making those rotors, and I don't want to start making a bunch of other materials and not being able to ship them there right away. So let's do that. So up here is where I'm going to build my space elevator hub. It's close enough to coal right down here. Here's this coal plant that I built. That whenever a truck comes by, it can pick up some coal for fuel. And it's also high enough to where I don't have to worry about clipping too much. And it's a pretty vast, fairly vast space, so I have plenty of room. Here we go. I had this really cool garage look going for these tractors, but I just tried to test it and they're too thin. Like he has to drive in here, park and back out, and for whatever reason he's not doing that. So I'm gonna try to make them like 2 to 2.5 times longer. I don't know if I want to do just like 2 rows of 3, because I'm not going to be able to fit 6 across here. I'm not even going to be close. I basically have room for 8 of this. So we'll figure out something. I like this look a lot, and I really like this curb that I made here. It's just it's a small frame and a concrete pillar. So it's this piece and it's that piece on top of it. Ends up looking really good. Look just like that. So we'll see if we can figure out a better way to do this. I'm actually very happy with the way this turned out, with the exception of I need lights. So you can see it's a little dark at nighttime, but we'll get there. That's probably next on my list, is to go get some cryolite moving, get some quartz crystals, and then start some lights for decoration. But I think the decoration's okay here. Use the really simple signs mod to make some fun little signs. Base elevator parts. And really what's happening here is each of these bays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, each drop off a space elevator part, 3 on this side of the space elevator, 3 on the other, and then they belt in here. Any overflow for the space elevator parts, once it fills up, and no more need to be sent off to the men or women, the people, they'll overflow into these awesome sink storages, and they kind of line our little terminal here to seal and send off the package. I'm thinking I'll probably, once I get quartz crystals, put some signs right there, and right there, right there, that show which materials are going to be in there. And I think there's even a mod that you can get to automatically show what's in the storage container. That way when you're walking up, it's just to send off the package, just a little more epic feeling. So there's definitely some more that can be done here as far as decoration goes, but I really kind of like it. I don't hate it at all. I think it looks pretty attractive. There's one glaring issue that we're going to have to fix with everything here eventually. These are all just floating platforms right now. There's really no realistivity to it. But for now, I think this looks great. Let me know what you think. One other thing I wanted to add is, as much as I like what I've done so far, let me know if you can think of anything or notice anything simple that I missed that you think I could do to just make this look a little more aesthetically pleasing. I like building structures like this. I just kind of suck at really making them look nice, like Reddit worthy, you know what I mean? This is about as good as it gets for me. Without spending a ridiculous amount of time anyway. So at this point, we've got everything in Tier 3 unlocked, and almost nothing in Tier 4. We got the blueprints and the steel mining head and this storage. Big issue I have is the awesome sink storage, which is all I really want to use. The Mark II requires motors to build, and I don't even think I have those unlocked yet. Yeah, I don't. So we're kind of bottlenecked here, actually. I can't unlock advanced parts without stators. I can't unlock hypertubes without industrial beams. I can't unlock this without industrial beams. The only things I can get are hoverpack and solar power and storage, which unlocks stators and kind of branches everything out from there. So we're going to go solar power and storage, and then hovering, and then we'll start building a stator factory, get some encased industrial beams, motors, and heavy modular frames going, which I'm sure these are going to be an absolute nightmare in this mod. But we're going to find out. So with that, we unlocked stators, which are very simple, steel pipes and wire. Fortunately, we have a copper node right by our steel plant right now. So I can kind of slap some of these together, at least get them producing temporarily before we get the permanent factory set up. A couple other things I unlocked was some carbon mesh. And that's used to make the photovoltaic cells, I think. Something along those lines. I need carbon dust though, and I don't have any way to make carbon dust. So I'm going to assume that that comes from cryolite or quartz. Then the other thing I unlocked was the photovoltaic cell, which needs silica, which I'm sure comes from cryolite, and glass, which is a byproduct of like anything. So this shouldn't be too bad either. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so fun fact, last time I played this game long enough to get a hoverpack, the hoverpack didn't exist. So this is my first hoverpack, and it takes smart plating to build, which is weird but cool. Like the idea, the intent. There we go. Let's try this bad boy out. Body, I'm assuming. Back. Okay, probably has to be connected to power, if I remember correctly. How do I, oh. How do I go down? Crouch. Okay. Huh. Oh. Neat. How far away can I get? Okay, looks like there's a little gauge there. When that hits 0, probably drops me off, I'm guessing. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. Huh. Look at that. Neat. So my plan is going to be start to tear through the cryolite mam tree. I really want the quartz crystals to start making some cooler signs from the RSS and regular signs. And then I also want to, on the way to the cryolite nodes, I want to stop and make a little stator, slap down an assembler to make some stators. I'm not gonna pretend it's gonna look pretty, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Alright, here's the deal. I'm not even going to show you what this looks like. It's embarrassing to me at this point in the game, so if you don't see it, well, it's like it never happened. But anyways, we're going to be making some stators, probably about 4 per minute, but I threw a couple of storage containers down to maybe boost our initial production a little bit. My first use of a steel mining head, getting 240 cryolite per minute out of this pure node. That's pretty awesome. Should be able to blow through this mam tree in no time. Oh, here's this lime dust I need for concrete. And there's also concrete and some inventory slots. Sweet. There's also peat here. Anybody who needs peat? This took me forever to find. I've already found it at this point, but this is where it's at. It's by these 2 pure quartz nodes or cryolite. Okay, quartz crystal, salt, and crushed stone. And now we need the salt and the sand. Okay. I mean, whatever. Hey, don't judge me, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do to unlock the first few nodes of a new resource. I know. 2 of these in 1 episode. I'll try not to let it happen again. Alright, let's get some inventory slots, see what's hidden under these nodes. Maybe reveal these nodes, hopefully? No. Oh. Oh, a salty ingot. Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, and an explorer. 250 motors. Man. So diamonds next, I guess? What did we just unlock? Just lime dust and concrete. And inventory slots. So, oh, 3,000 lime dust and 3,000 sand. So as fast as 2 pure cryolite nodes are going, this is not going to happen like in the immediate future. So I think we're going to wrap up the episode here. Thanks for watching.